welcome CE Kids. Dios les bendiga. It's been an incredible month. We've been discovering how creative God is and how He made us creative too. Every month we have something called life application, and this month is creativity. What is creativity? Creativity is imagining what you could do because you are made in God's image. Who remembers the memory Bible verse for this month? So we're going to start with that. We're going to start reviewing the Bible verse. Okay, we're going to first do it in English.
Hey kids, God bless. It's time to review the Bible verse of the month. Ready? Okay. Lord, you are great. You are worthy of all praise. No one can completely understand how great you are. Psalms 145:3. One more time. Lord, you are great. You are worthy of all praise. No one can completely understand how great you are. Psalms 145:3. Thanks for reviewing the Bible verse of the month with me. I hope that you have a good school year. Bye.
Now it's time to memorize our Bible verse, but in Spanish, okay? If you don't speak Spanish, it's okay. Try to repeat it anyway. All right, so let's follow and review the Bible verse with Jessica.
Hola niños, Dios les bendiga. Espero se encuentren bien y estés listos para repetir el versículo en español. Y dice, grande es el Señor, el más digno de alabanza. Nadie puede medir su grandeza. Una vez más, grande es el Señor, el más digno de alabanza. Nadie puede medir su grandeza. Salmo 145:3.
Thank you, Ever, for reviewing the Bible verse for us. There's this portion that says no one can completely understand how great you are. It's true. It's impossible for us to understand how truly great God is. You might say He is indescribable. One way you can clearly see God's greatness is in His creation. He's made pretty amazing things. For example, take salt. Yes, sal. You probably don't think much about this simple ingredient that you sprinkle over eggs, over popcorn, but salt plays a very important role in the natural world. Now, before we continue talking about salt or getting into our Bible story for today, how about we get ready and worship God?
You are here, moving in the midst. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you, I worship you. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. You are here, touching every heart. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, healing every heart. Oh, I worship you, Jesus, I worship you. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Come on! Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop. Oh, even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop, yeah. Oh, even when I don't see it, you're working. Yeah. You never stop. You're the way maker, yeah. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. Light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. Oh, that is who you are. Oh, and that is who you are. That is who you are. Oh, that is who you are. Oh, it's who you are, my Jesus.
It is good to praise the Lord, to give Him all the worship, to lift our hands, and it doesn't matter where you are in your house or maybe riding in your parents' car, and it's okay. Now, back to what I was started talking, it was about salt. Did you know there are different type of salts? I'm going to show you a quick video of 10 type of different type of salts. I want you to read the name and see if you try to remember. If you don't, it's okay. But I want you to learn that there are more type of salts that you can think of. Wow, it's interesting to see there are different type of salts, right? And some of these have some odd names that you may not even know how to read it or pronounce it, like Himalaya, or I don't know, I was confused. I was like, what does that say? But it's okay. But it's interesting to know there are different type of salts, right? Have you ever seen salt flats? Look at this picture. That might look like sand, but it's actually salt. What? Salt flats are created when lakes in the desert dry up. Or how about this picture? How about the Dead Sea? The extreme salt has caused some really amazing salt formation in this area of the world, which is actually near where Jesus lived when he was here on earth. Wow. Okay, let me show you this other picture. Not only that, but there is also so much salt in this particular sea that it's impossible for people to sink in the water. Crazy, right? Yes, that is crazy. I'm telling you, God has made amazing things. Today's lesson is where you lead. And the passage is Matthew chapter 5, verse 13 through 16. And the title of the passage is Salt and Light. If you remember last week, we talked about how Jesus teaching and performing miracles and how people were starting to hear about Jesus and all the amazing things he was doing. So everywhere he went, large crowds, would follow him. On one particular day, the crowds began to gather to see what Jesus might have to say. Jesus went up on a mountainside above the crowds and sat, and his disciples joined him. Jesus began to teach his disciples and the crowd that was gathering. So let's read together on Matthew chapter 5, verse 13 on the screen. Read with me. You are the salt of the earth, but suppose the salt loses its saltiness. How can it be made salty again? It is no longer good for anything. It will be thrown out. People will walk all over it. Okay, let's rewind and let's read this together. Jesus told people, you are the salt of the earth. What does that mean? You are the salt. You and I are the salt. Well, back then, salt was really valuable. It was very important. So it wasn't easy to get. Even Roman soldiers were paid in salt. Yes. God wanted salt to be part of the sacrifices we read about in the Old Testament, and which shows you the salt went way beyond simple seasoning. It was also used to preserve meat, so meat wouldn't go bad and it would, be kept fresh. So it was even required to purple dye. So those purple clothing that king and queens will wear, they use salt. So and that clothing was very expensive. Yep. So salt was really valuable. Now, but why did Jesus say we are like salt? Well, for one thing, that means we are valuable. You and I are valuable. Yes. Can you say that with me? I am valuable. Yes. Each of us is made in God's image. But also, as followers of Jesus, we're supposed to preserve things and keep them fresh and good. We're supposed to act in a way that makes the world better. Okay, listen to that. We are supposed to act in a way to make this world better. Yes, we are supposed to act in a way that makes the world better. We're supposed to show God's love and goodness to others with our actions. We don't want to lose our saltiness. Okay? I want you to listen to that again. We are supposed to show God's love and goodness with our actions, and we don't want to lose our saltiness. So we learned about salt. Now we're going to learn about light. So Jesus didn't stop there. So I want you to read with me on Matthew 5:14. It says, you are the light of the world. A town built on a hill can't be hidden. Also, people do not light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand. Then it gives light to everyone in the house.
Jesus said you are the light of the world. Just like this Christmas lights, what do? They shine. They shine in the darkness. What does this flashlight do? It shines. It gives light. If you're scared in the dark, just turn on the light.
And let's read the last part of the Bible verse, Matthew 5:16. Read with me on the screen. It says, in the same way, let your light shine so others can see it. Then they will see the good things you do, and they will bring glory to your Father who is in heaven.
So what happens when we let our light shine? Well, other people will be able to see those good things we do, and they'll know that we act that way because we believe and follow God. When we use our creativity to help others, it's a really cool way that we can share God's story. We can share what God is doing in us on the inside, but the way we treat others on the outside. So we gotta be light in the darkness.
As you hear this, I want you to look at this picture and think about it. There's no limit to God's creativity. The same God who made the sun and the stars and everything we can see in the universe also made you. He made you in His image. And He made you for a reason, to have a relationship with you. He wants to know you and for you to know Him. And He feels the same way about everyone. He made everyone and He wants a relationship with everyone. Remember, God created everything. There was darkness and God created light. Just like the stars point to a creator, your life can point others to God's story too. You can show what a difference God has made in your life by the way you act each day. You can act in a way that shines His light by sharing His love with others. And if they wonder, where that kindness and goodness come from, you can tell them that everything good and creative in you comes from God. God made you in His image. He made you good at something. So whatever gift or talent you got, give it all. So that's the way you can honor God. See, God made us to share His story with our words, with our actions. He wants He wants everyone to know the amazing story of how much He loves us. He sent His Son, Jesus, to be our Savior. It is the greatest story ever, and He created us to share it. So bottom line of this story is, God created you to share His story. So I want you to type in the comment of this video, God created you to share His story. Thank you guys, and God bless you. Thank you kids for watching this video and for listening to the lesson, and I hope you really enjoyed it. But before we go, I want to make a prayer. I would like you to close your eyes wherever you are so we can do this quick prayer, okay? Close your eyes. Dear God, we thank you for creating everything we can see. Thank you for creating me. Thank you for creating everyone. I know you created us to know you, and you want the same thing for everyone in our lives. Everyone will ever meet. You want all of us to understand how much you love us. Help us use our creativity to shine our light for you as we share your story. Help us to tell others about you with our words and with our actions. Thank you kids for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the lesson today, and just want to remind you to memorize the Bible verse that you learned today. Try to repeat it every week, okay? And don't forget to click like to this video. I hope you have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next time.